Give it up for Jim Ramsey again. Nice job, Jim, putting this together. Thanks. I was on the internet the other day looking for some porn, and I must have mistyped something into Google because I ended up on a page about gum swallowing. My girlfriend went to a sex toy party last week, and she was going on about how great it was. She goes, you know what? Guys should have that. No. Could you imagine what a guy's sex toy party would be like? It's like, all right, we've got Kleenex with aloe and some extra large socks.
My name is Sven Redbeard, I am Viking. I see my friend last week, his name is Bjorn Jensen, he's also Viking. He says to me, you're a berserker. I say, yes. He says, berserker do not have bear spirit. I say, yes, berserker has bear spirit. He says, no, berserker does not have bear spirit. I say, yes, they do. He says, no, they do not. So I bite him. Now he has nothing to say. Nothing to say except, ouch. I'm derided by other Viking because I do not wear animal skin. So I went out and bought this. Still they make fun of me. I say, what's wrong with you? It's Puma. Mood music. It's mood. Because as I'm doing it with a woman, she says to me, not so hard, not so hard, not so hard. I say to her, if it is any softer, it will not fit. But the joke is only funny because you have to understand that the word hard can both mean force and rigidity.
Craziest sexual experience I've ever had in my life. Pass out drunk in my toilet, always a good start. Walk in my bedroom, there's a naked girl laying in my bed saying, come here. Which is usually sign number one that she might be interested, right? So, I do what any other drunk single guy would do and I climb into bed with her. And it was about 20 minutes into it that I realized my friend was laying right next to us underneath the covers, right? And he's bouncing up and down, and he can't stop bouncing. And he wakes up, he looks at me, he smiles, and he nods. Which really kind of freaked me out at first, but that's when it dawned on me, these two just got done having sex, that's why they're both naked in my bed, right? Yeah. And it's moments like those that make me really, really regret going down on that girl that night because, the aftertaste, people, was just brutal. I mean, it tasted like used balls. If I had to guess, I wouldn't know, but...
I love eating out. My favorite place to eat is Culver's. Anybody? Yeah, there's a couple people who love Culver's. And here's why I love Culver's. Because when every other fast food joint is trying to be healthy, you know, McDonald's has got salads and Wendy's has got a baked potato, Culver's like, you know what? We're going to cook our burgers with butter. You want a salad? Go fuck yourselves. We're Culver's, bitch. Which is actually, I think, what their new tagline is.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just telling about what I did last week. So I was there with this guy, and he was really into the elections. He was telling me that, oh, there's 196 variables, and you know they get upgraded every 8, 9 nanoseconds, and I'm going like, well, that's kind of cool, but you know what? In Milwaukee, there's a coffee shop, and they had a cookie showdown, and Obama was outselling McCain 4-1, and I was feeling pretty good about the election at that time, until I found out 3 days before the election that they had 2 jars, and on each jar they had different kind of cookies. So there's a problem with education in this country. Because these people have never run a biology experiment or a chemistry experiment. There's a controlled environment. Like I'm being the guinea pig right now, and you are all looking at me. This is an experiment. You're part of this. But you know what happened?
Yeah, there is a problem in this city, I noticed. I pulled in to come in here tonight, and a man walks up to me, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir, I'm homeless." And I said, "Dude, that's nothing to go around bragging about." And then I went to the arcade because I had a shitload of quarters. Just threw them at the ugly kids. Anyway, dating's tough right now. I mean, dating's tough. I'm single, and the thing that pisses me off about dating is there's that old saying that if, you know, you have a nice house or a nice car, you have to be compensating for something. But that doesn't work the other way. Nobody ever sees my car or house and goes and thinks, wow, his dick should be hanging out the end of his pants. I know what you're thinking. Oh wow, another dating joke and a homeless person joke? Well, just so you know, I wrote this like 2 days ago. So it's not really my fault. I have it right here just so I remember. What's next? Oh yeah, here's one about airline food. No, I'm joking. This I thought was funny. This I found funny. In California, for like a couple months, gays finally had the right to marry. And just a couple days ago, that right was taken away from them. That's still discrimination, whatever you said, but to me that's the equivalent of our government going, here you go, whoa, almost had it. No, oh, so close, Alan.
Yeah, I'm the homeless person they were actually talking about earlier. Yeah, I'm pretty glad Obama won. I had some conservatives coming up to me, they're like, you know Obama's gonna give your money to the poor. I am the fucking poor. Right? It doesn't get much lower than this. I saw a guy in the street once with no legs. That's about as low as I can go. That's my goal for the end of the year, man. No legs. Everybody's talking about how great, you know, like, it is to have a minority. And it's cool to have a minority president. But it's not that big of a minority, you know? I want to see a blind president. That'd be pretty badass, right? Election commercials, just a white screen and him talking. I won't know what to pick. You know, holding up signs that are all in Braille. First thing he does as president, okay, water towers need Braille. Fuck, what town am I in? Des Moines, yeah. I hope I don't fall.
Big floods in Iowa this year, huh? Anybody else in here affected by the flood besides me? Oh, one person? One fucking person in Iowa was affected by the flood besides me. I'll tell you what, that flood cost me a lot of money. For number one, I live in Carlisle, and there's a river that runs through Carlisle out there, and I'm standing there with my buddy, and the water's just rushing. And he's telling me that, hey, I think I could swim across that river. I said, no way. I'll bet you $1,000. It was a bittersweet ending. I won the bet, but I didn't get paid. And then I go to the funeral, and they asked me to leave. I shouldn't have tried to collect that money, I guess. Bad taste to some folks. I needed the money. I have been working all summer, you know.
I want to make a toast for everybody coming out, supporting live comedy, even if that is coffee. Here's to the hole that never heals. The more you lick it, the better it feels. Didn't like that one? Okay. As I stand here trying to piss, I think of the girl that gave me this. And I know if I see her when I get well, I'll catch it again, sure as hell. Didn't like that one either. Okay, pussy pronounced backwards. There we go. That was the one. I knew it.